And I'm Alexandra Webster. It's working. Okay, we go down and we go approaching.
What are we doing again?
Approaching. That's
Okay, you want me to do that too?
Yeah. Approaching. Hey guys, my name is Alexandra Webster. You guys already know that. And I have a special guest with me today.
My name is Deamez Ross.
Woo! So this is like a new setup, and I feel really professional right now. But we're going to be doing a Q&A, advice, tips video, and we're both D1 athletes. He's on the baseball team here at FSU, and he actually was born in Japan. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, a little fun fact.
Yeah, a little fun fact about Deamez Ross, guys. And it's just great having a male perspective and a different sport because I don't know much about baseball and how that looks with recruiting and going to the next level and going pro. And I feel like he can drop some really great gems. So I'm glad to have you here with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to dive on into, we're going to start with a little icebreaker. I have my questions here and we're going to do Would You Rather.
All right. Would you rather?
So I picked these because these will start good conversations. So here's the first one. Would you rather be known for intelligence or good looks?
I'll say good looks.
Okay, let's elaborate. Why good
I
looks?
just think, like in baseball, you gotta be smart a little bit, but I mean, if you look
true.
good, you play good.
True.
So.
Okay, honestly, the world that we live in, I'd have to say, in America specifically, I'd have to say good looks. I just think it gets you a little further. I mean, you need to be really smart too, but good looks gets you through the door. Yeah, it's weird. I know it sucks, but like that's just how it is. So, okay, that one's not bad. Okay, number 2. Would you rather be a kid your whole life or an adult your whole life?
I'll be a kid my whole life. I'd just be having fun going through and don't have to worry about anything in the world. Like no bills, no car payment, no nothing. Just out here having fun.
Yeah. I was going back and forth, but now that I dipped my toe into being an adult, I don't like it. Over it. Yeah, I choose kid just because, no responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
People do things for you and they don't expect too much. You're kind of just living life. Yeah. All right. Okay, number 3. Would you rather live in a world where you dance instead of walk or sing instead of talk?
I'd rather dance
when
I'm walking because, like, I'm not really, me personally, I'm not a good singer. I don't got the vocal cords like that, so I'll do the gritty everywhere.
Oh my god. Not the gritty. I'll probably sing.
Sing?
Yeah.
Can you sing?
I can actually.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
So I would sing because dancing is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. that's too much. And it'll be like, a little, what is it called? Musical.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Have you seen the movie La La Land?
No.
I watched it. I didn't finish it, but.
Is it new?
It's like a musical. Kind of.
Okay.
Really. They just they sing all the time.
Okay, so new movie suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, number 4. Would you rather be completely invisible for a day or be able to fly for one day?
Being able to fly.
Ooh.
I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Paris. I want to do everything
so travel.
one day. Yeah, travel.
Yeah, travel. Okay, invisible all day or fly?
Which one would you pick?
Actually, I guess I'll go with fly.
Be like Superman.
Yeah, invisible can be kind of boring.
Yeah, it's like, what else? I mean, I guess you can still travel. You can just hop on the plane.
Yeah, hop on the plane.
But you're invisible for what, one day?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd rather be flying.
And I'll start freaking out if it runs out. It's like, dang. Okay, number 5. Last one. Would you rather have to... Oh, yeah. Would you rather have to say everything that comes to your head out loud or never be able to speak again?
Whatever comes out, like the top of my head.
That means every little thought
that
comes to your mind.
I'll just be like, I'm just being honest today.
You must be already a straight up type of person.
A little bit. Not too much. I care about other people's feelings a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, what if you say something just way out of pocket?
I mean, I'm not going to stop talking, though.
Yeah. Well, you can't.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be quiet. Because I already say crazy stuff, and my friends are like, bro, so I'm going to need a little filter.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that wraps up the little icebreaker game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. So to get to know Deamez a little bit more, you guys, as I mentioned before, know me. And I just have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So you are a sophomore.
Yes, I'm a sophomore.
And you already went through, you feel like you're pretty adjusted into the college lifestyle?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, last year got all my experiences out the way.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so first question. How has your adjustment from high school to college been going?
I would say baseball wise, it was a difference, but more in like the academic school side. Because
Okay.
when you're in high school, for me personally, I didn't really have like a big workload.
Yeah.
I think I did homework maybe like one day out of the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, since I got to college, I had 5, 6 classes. They're writing essays every week. That was what killed me. I don't really like writing essays. So
Yeah.
writing an essay, preparing for that, writing 2,000-word essays and more,
Ooh.
really was kind of stressful. But just like the academic side, but luckily we have tutors here, so that helped me out a lot. And I had a mentor. We're required to have mentors.
Yeah.
For freshman year, so I had a mentor, and that really helped me in the academic side, and that translated over to the baseball.
Okay, that's good. All right, next question. What are some accomplishments you are looking forward to or have achieved since being a D1 baseball player?
Yeah, so I would definitely say the accomplishments I had last year was I won the starting center field job and the leadoff spot. So that was like a dream come true. So that was really a big achievement. And just, it's really hard to play, as a freshman and like start and, impact the team like that. But it's just definitely just hard work paid off.
Yeah.
That's really like one of my mottos, and that was really my biggest accomplishment. And now for the 2024 season, definitely have to be going to Omaha.
Hey, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, so elaborate. What happens in Omaha?
Omaha is like
Omaha.
is like the biggest stage is like
Oh my gosh.
like to be world champions.
Oh, okay.
Or not world champions, but basically something like that.
Okay. Did any of your parents play baseball as well or sports?
Yeah, my dad played 5 years in Japan, 5 years in Korea. That's why I was born.
Oh,
Japan.
that's why you were in Japan.
Yes.
That's so exciting. So it's in your blood.
Yeah.
That's
in my
awesome.
blood.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Yes.
Okay, well, good luck to your endeavors.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, last question. How did you break down your recruiting process and decide to choose FSU?
Yeah, so the recruiting process for me was kind of unique, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had like a tryout for my travel ball team for FTB, and I guess my leg was hurting that day, so I just hit BP. You know what BP is?
No.
It's like batting practice.
Okay.
So I was hitting batting practice, and I was just hitting line drives, 1-hops off the wall, and the previous coach, Mike Martin Jr., he was out there, and he was like, "Oh, I love your swing, Deamez. I want to offer you today." And I was like, "Oh shoot!"
Oh my god.
And so I had a couple other offers, but they never really like officially offered me except him.
Okay.
And I was like, if he wants me bad enough, and all I had to do is hit BP, and he says he knows I'm a good player, man, I want to play for him. So
yeah.
I committed my end of freshman summer.
Okay. Cool. All right. So FSU was like, yeah.
Yes, and it was kind of like my dream school too.
Oh really?
Yes.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. In his dream school. That's amazing. Okay, so I asked you guys on Instagram and TikTok to ask me questions just to keep this going. I want to, show a different side of me. I feel like I haven't done a sit-down video in so long, and it's like giving like podcast vibes. So I'm really excited about this one. But I screenshotted a few, and these are questions that you can answer as well.
Okay.
I think it'll be great. Okay. I don't want to start with that one. Okay, what are you looking forward to most this upcoming season? All right, so I'm going into my senior year, which is so sad because I literally love FSU, and I do have a 5th year. But this season, I'm just looking for an injury-free season. I had 2 hamstring strains. They were minor, but that mentally took a toll on me, and kind of had a little like bump in the road that with last year's season because I feel like I could have done so much more, but I was really scared to run. Especially hamstring, because that can get worse, especially with a track and field athlete. So just injury-free season. I definitely want to qualify for NCAA indoor and outdoor. I said that last time. Yeah, like indoor moves so fast, and I'm a hurdler, so we only have 5 hurdles, and that's like 60-meter hurdle. Like that's all you get to prove yourself. So, and also like, I don't know, I'm definitely better with outdoor, but indoor has always been a challenge for me, so it would be really great to qualify for indoor NCAA, and then I want to get on the podium finish for outdoor. So that's what I'm looking forward
That's
to.
fire.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a really great season.
Just to piggyback off you, like an injury-free season is definitely the goal for me. I've had 2 injuries last year.
Dang.
Yeah, like I broke my finger and I was out for like a month and a half, and then I broke my collarbone like the last week of
Your collarbone? How does that happen? Is that a common?
No, I ran into the wall.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. How did you run into the wall?
I was just looking at the ball and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, like when you were playing?
Yeah, when I was playing.
Okay.
And then I was like, and it just.
Dang, you know how hard, you know how much adrenaline you have to be going through to hit the wall that bad?
Yeah, and so
That's
I broke my collarbone. So definitely an injury-free season, and just, I'm excited. We have a whole brand new team. We have 28 new guys, so definitely I just want to see how we play as a team, and it's going to be exciting.
Same. We have a young team, and the girls are doing really good this fall training. Like, we're definitely all making travel. Like, we're definitely all going to be competing this season, so I can't wait to see just how, like, the dog and them come out on the field, on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. How did you get into running track? Okay, so the subscribers that have been with me for a little while, you guys know I started with gymnastics and cheer. Did not like any of that for real. I was just doing it because my mom wanted me to. Yeah, and I just looked over. Once I moved from California to Texas, sports is like huge in Texas. And I was like, okay, I have to join something so I can make friends first. So I joined track my freshman year of high school. And I was still doing gymnastics, picking like, okay, which one can I choose? My body was sore all the time. And it's not like I was doing like little kiddie gymnastics. I was elite. So I was like, okay, I need to pick one. And then around my like end of freshman year, like going sophomore year, I like got out of the cheer completely. Like after football season, even though we have basketball season, I was like, no, I'm done with cheer, done with gymnastics, and I just chose
This is
track.
high school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You didn't start running track till high school?
Yeah.
Dang.
When did you start baseball?
I was 3.
Is that like common? People start young?
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, okay, you're also like a legend, so that's you. Yeah, I didn't like, no one in my family like did like sports like that. Well, like not like that.
Were you always fast, like growing up, or?
I guess so. Like, I think I was really powerful, like strong. Like, I came out the womb with muscles. Like, my entire family, like, it's in our genes. Like, we have muscles. Like, my mom, she did dance and like baton twirling and pageants, and she did bikini modeling, and she was like just cut.
Yeah.
So like, I think I get the power and the strength from her.
Okay.
We can both answer this question because NIL is like huge, and content creation is also growing fast. So what advice would you give to other athletes on starting content creation? You can go first if you want.
For starting content creation, I would definitely just say be you. Find like a niche. How do you say niche?
Niche. I've heard niche.
I think niche. Like find a niche that that suits you. Like if you're a basketball player, if you want to showcase like how kids can be like you or how they can train, then showcase that and start posting like training videos. Yeah. Like for me, I kind of have a nickname, Mr. Stretch.
I saw that, and I was getting to that.
Yeah, so that's like that's how people know me on social media as Mr. Stretch. And I like on TikTok, I'll post stretching videos and what did I do to warm up and do a dynamic warm up, and that kind of blew up, and that's kind of how I started. So I would definitely say find a niche that fits you and just be you.
Yeah, you're doing really good. Like across all your platforms, like TikTok, Instagram, you're doing really good.
Thank you.
I gotta get better with my consistency for real. That's what I'm doing this year, guys. But yeah, some advice: definitely be yourself. And when it comes to finding a niche, like as an athlete, it makes it easier because you do have a busy schedule. So showcasing your journey, people love to see that. I mean, not everybody can be D1 athlete. Go traveling to track meets or competitions, meeting all these new people, get to exercise every day. It really is beneficial. And so starting with just that, like showcasing your journey, vlogging, meet vlog or competition vlog, like that's easy content right there. Because I know people can get flustered with like, what do I film? Like, what do I do? Like, what can I do? What people want to watch? I heard some people get into like cooking videos because as athletes, we try to cook at home or try to eat healthy. So like, finding content and what you do already makes it a lot easier. I tried to do the whole beauty vlogging thing. I'm not an athlete that does her makeup every day. I'm not doing that every day, so why would I film that? So just know yourself. I'm kind of got into the fashion thing, but that also was my thing. Like I wear sweats almost every day. Like I'm not putting on an outfit all the time, so that's just not who I am. So, but being an athlete is something I love to do. That's something I want to show my fans. I love my fans. I love my followers, subscribers, but Yeah, that's something that makes it simple.
Yeah.
So don't overthink content. Like, you definitely are already doing something that can be recorded every day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my advice. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna ask that yet. Okay, when you turn pro, thank you. Who would you want to sign with? Actually, let's side note real quick. How does going pro in baseball work?
Yeah, so basically, actually it's my draft year this year. Yeah, so.
Oh, wait, okay. I'm sitting with
Yes.
a famous baseball
So
player, guys.
basically, you get drafted there's 30 MLB teams, and you get drafted by one of them. And once you get drafted, they send you to, like, you got to start with minor leagues. Do you know how the system works?
No, explain, because I don't.
Yeah, so basically you start off with the minor leagues. And so when you get drafted, you don't go straight to TV or, like, to pros.
Okay.
You start with, so you have, like, low A, high A, single A, double A, triple A. There's, like, a
way
bunch
more
of,
organized than track.
But yeah, it's like a bunch of levels that you have to go through. And so you start off, and then I guess it kind of depends on where they want to throw you in, but it'd be like high A, and then you just you work your way up through the minor leagues. And it's a grind. So
wow.
So that it's not hard. It's not easy. I meant.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But if I had to answer the question, I got sidetracked. But I would definitely want to get drafted by.
Let them know.
I like Kansas City Royals. I like their colors, and like my dad. I knew the hitting coach there, so I know how the system worked, and
networking.
Really excited watching them play. So definitely Kansas City Royals.
Okay. Wow. That's actually really interesting. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Okay. But for me, like, track work is differently. You kind of sign with a shoe brand or shoe deal. I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard from other people that I know have gone pro. And when I was younger, first starting track, I was like, I want to run with Nike. But now there's a whole lot more that I didn't know about. So, like, I can do New Balance, Adidas, Puma. Now that I know that, I kind of just want to go with the brand that wants to work with me and who I am. So I don't know, whichever one wants to work with me. So that's the brand I would go with. So I don't really care, but I do care, but it just depends. Okay. What inspired you to write a book, and did you ever experience writer's block? And then if you did, how did you work through it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, so I have not talked a lot about my book as much as I need to, but I did bring it today. Showing it off, how to become a Division I athlete, okay? It's a quick read. I didn't put too much in there, but I put all the gems. Everything's kind of straightforward, very straightforward, because I don't like writing. I actually don't. English, like you mentioned earlier, yeah. I never liked English class. I like math and sciences. I like to be hands-on. And writing class was honestly, English was never my favorite subject, but I had a professor here at FSU when I came here, and she motivated me to write about things that I like, which is athletics, which is sports. And once I wrote a really good paper, I wrote a paper about the transfer portal, and we had to do like research behind that. And I love how that paper turned out, and I wish I could publish that, but that made me kind of get motivated. It was towards the last semester. So I was done with wrapping up track, I was wrapping up school, and I was just on like a writer's high. And I knew I have two things that I'm really good at, which is helping others and sports, athletics, track and field. And I was like, okay, let me not deviate from that. But I know with NIL, I wanted to make a product. I didn't want to make like a clothing brand. I wanted something that would help other people, especially like my subscribers, which is mostly middle schoolers and high schoolers who are in elementary school, like young kids who are in sports, and parents who have DM me a lot about like, what do you eat? How do you train? How do you talk to these D1 programs? How did you reach out to coaches? Like, I have questions like that all the time. So I was like, okay, let me just write a book about it, like a whole guide, and nothing too long, not too wordy. It's straight to the point. Like, how I talk about my journey a little bit, like how I was at Oregon at first, the transfer portal, how that went, and just getting recruited twice by like a lot of D1 programs and schools. Like, I kind of just knew how to navigate it, and I was like, okay, I'm the best advocate to speak about this. You know, my credibility is there. So I was like, let's write a book about it. I was very nervous. I was scared. And I had to like do a lot of research with other sports because I didn't know how that recruiting process went. But doing that research helped me just get like more educated on that. And the recruiting process has changed slightly since I've been recruited. But I was able to put that in here and adjust around that. So that's kind of what motivated me to just go ahead and do it. I was scared to post about it and talk about it, but let me be excited about it, guys. So you guys can
be proud of it.
Yes, let me be proud of it.
Of hard work in it.
Yeah, it took the entire summer. Yeah, so from how to get recruited and what you need to do to what you do during the recruiting process and how to make the decision is all in this book. So it's just like it's a quick breakdown.
I'm gonna have to read it after.
Yes, for sure. But yeah, that's how I got started. Oh, and writer's block. Because I was pretty educated on the subject, I didn't really get writer's block. Because it was something I am passionate about and know about a lot already, it wasn't that hard to write about. Yeah. Thank you for that question. Have you ever, I know you were getting into NIL too. Like, have you ever thought about, like, you know, what you want to sell or if you want to start a business?
I actually did start a business. Me and my team.
So many things.
Yeah,
so
me and my
things.
teammate, Mason McDougal, we started a clothing brand. Or just like, clothing brand. We sell wristband. Like, we sell like wristbands.
Yeah, I did see those. Those are cute.
And shirts, and it's called The Mission. And basically, we were both doing rehab over the summer.
Okay.
And we were just like, we work out, go home, watch movies, and then we were like, you know, let's do something. Like, I'm tired of just doing nothing. And so we both came up with the idea, and basically the mission is like everyone has a goal.
Yeah.
And you always hear people say, what's your goal, this and that, and it's like we're like, you know, let's switch it up. What's your mission? Like, what's the mission for today? And basically our whole theme is like to be 1% better each day.
Yeah.
And just keep training and just getting better. So that's basically how we started. And we just dropped, I think literally a month ago.
Okay.
And we've been doing really good, actually.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys. So these are some questions that you guys kind of overlapped, and I just picked from them. So the first one, what steps did you take to get noticed by D1 programs? Do you want to go first with this one?
Yeah, I'll go first. So the steps I took was basically just try and be the best version of myself. And that means just eating right, you know, getting in the weight room, or like every single day. I would say people they kind of don't look at the weight room aspect. They're just like, oh, I don't have to lift or do that. But once you get to college, you're going to be lifting every single day.
Every day.
So definitely that. And I would just say, try not to, I would say the problem with a bunch of baseball players is like, they see so many people get recruited and committed at an early age, or like freshman, sophomore year, and it puts a lot of pressure on them.
Oh, that is early.
So I would definitely say, just have fun and don't really try and let that pressure get to you. Just enjoy yourself, enjoy baseball, and just know that there's always a school out there and there's always eyes on you. That's basically what my dad always told me, is like, whatever you do, there's always going to be scouts, there's always going to be, you know, colleges looking at you. So just, you know, put a smile on your face and just keep going.
Love that. Mm-hmm. So for me, I was telling everyone that I'm going to this big D1 school real fast, real early. Once I realized, oh, they have a track team. I didn't know much about sports for real. And neither did my parents, but I just did a lot of research online, and that's kind of what helped me find, like, my mom as well. Like, she helped me find a good trainer. She's the one that coached me as well. So I had a team around me, and that's something that I talked about in my book. It's really important because becoming a D1 athlete is like an investment, and parents are willing to do that investment, or whoever cares about you. So I had like a team around me, and kind of just stayed on with, I knew that I needed a good GPA. I stayed on that. I was pretty disciplined. Like, once you realize you want to become a D1 athlete, I'm already naturally pretty disciplined, but in high school I was like, I was real disciplined. I was in the weight room. I knew that weight room was important. I just started Googling by myself, and my trainer adjusted the workout for me perfectly, and that allowed me to be a good candidate and just a good competitor to get into D1 programs. Yeah, so be disciplined, guys. What is the hardest thing you had to learn while being a D1 athlete?
The hardest thing I would say learn is time management. That was like the biggest thing I learned, is that, like,
no, for real.
No, it's so difficult. But like as soon as I wake up and go to my 9 o'clock class, I'm literally at the field from like 9 till 6 p.m. every single day. So just trying to figure out to do my like academics, but also balance like my personal life and having fun it was really difficult. But I learned that as soon as you try not to wait till the last minute to submit an assignment, like do it 3-4 days in advance, so then when the weekend comes you can enjoy it. And like, I love watching like Netflix. That's like my hobby. That's like my downtime, so that I had time to watch Netflix and all that. So definitely just knocking out assignments, the academic side, just don't wait till the last second.
I was gonna say that too, balancing personal life with like being an athlete is so hard for me because I'm already, like I mentioned, like really disciplined. So if I'm focused on track, I'm full on focusing on track. And I'm like, oh wait, I have so many assignments to do. Or like, oh wait, my friend invited me to this, that, and the third. I'm like, dang. Okay, like, so that part, like, definitely time management, and you're on your own, you know. Your parents are not there anymore to tell you when to do things, tell you when to get up, setting your own alarm. Oh my gosh. For a Lyft in the morning I used to have Lyft like 6:20 a.m., which is actually really early. And then when I came here, it was like 7:45. They kind of changed it throughout season. But guys, I'm so good at sleeping in. It's crazy. Like, I'm so good at it.
Your sleep.
I enjoy my sleep. So just that part, yeah. Time management and being on yourself. Yeah. So that's the hardest lesson. That's the hardest. Okay. Yeah. What are some things you had to do differently to become a D1 athlete? Okay.
You can answer.
Okay. I had to be okay with basically not saying my childhood was taken away or anything like that, but once I realized, I started late, so I started in high school. So I was already getting beat kind of early because once you're in high school, like, those teenagers know how to run fast. So I kind of had to be okay with not going out as much or hanging out. I was working out a lot because I basically was on fast track to go D1 because I didn't get really good till junior year of high school, which is literally recruiting year basically, and then senior year everyone signs. So I was kind of stressed out, but then again, I was seeing improvement really quickly. So I was like, okay, let me just stick with it. So I was like, the hardest thing was like, okay, you can't eat this, you can't stay up late, you know, like, again, just the whole discipline side was something I had to do like differently and learn pretty quickly.
And basically what you're talking about is like making sacrifices.
Yeah.
So that was what I learned is like, you gotta sacrifice, you know, your social life. Like, man, I can't go to your party at this high school because I heard a quote. It was like, I forgot who said it. It was like, there's always gonna be a party out there, but there's never gonna be another day where you cannot get that extra practice or that lift.
Right.
And so I like that a lot. So there's basically just a sacrifice. You're gonna have to make sacrifices, but it's all gonna pay off at the end. When you get to where you want to go to. Yeah.
I think we're talking a lot about the stress of being an athlete, but like, it's honestly great because you get to travel. There's so many opportunities now, especially with NIL and with social media. Like, you can really get like really great job opportunities after you know, being a college athlete, and you also learn a lot of life skills being a college athlete. And you're obviously put to a higher standard, but you can handle it. Being an athlete has been like, you can handle challenges when they come. So. That's some benefits I like of being a student athlete.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the gear.
The gear is awesome.
The free food. So those are other things. Any advice for staying healthy and avoiding burnout? Just a good question.
For staying healthy, I would just say stretch. I'm really big on stretching, so stretch in the morning, stretch at night.
Stretch.
And just roll out. Like, if you feel like you're getting tight, you just know, all right, I'm going to roll out here. And then another thing, I didn't do this in high school, or actually I did do it in high school, but like, just do cold tubs. I don't know. I feel like cold tubs are really good for the recovery side. And then once I got to college, you can do hot and cold contrast. That was a game changer. So just doing hot and cold tub, you know, foam rolling, stretching, really to keep you healthy.
Yeah, ice baths. I was gonna say that ice baths is my thing. Ice bath and then compression boots after. I'm not even sure if else to do that. When I tell you, but I feel good after. I don't care. And again, stretching, rolling out. Just again, you gotta just be responsible with that. You gotta take care of your body. Also, taking your vitamins. I don't know if I talked to vitamins with you guys.
No,
not really. Okay, well, having low iron is like a thing in track and field, and apparently a lot of humans actually are really low in iron, but iron is really important, guys, so get those checked out. But I'm not a nutritionist, but I know that's something that they say a lot in track and field for sure. Make sure you're hydrating. Hydrating is so important, especially if you're a track and field runner. I mean, you're sweating every day, and you're doing something the human body doesn't like to do, which is running. What was your training routine like in high school, and how did it evolve when you started competing in college?
So, like, for me, my training routine was intense in high school. Like,
really?
Yeah, like, we had school started like 8:30. I had 6 a.m. workouts, with my personal trainer, and
Oh yeah.
so I had to force myself. I'm really not good at going to sleep early.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. So I had to like force myself to go to sleep like 12. And
That's something else. Get 8 to 9 hours of sleep, guys.
I can't do that personally.
7 to
I'm good
9.
with six minimum.
Oh no.
6 minimum, and I'm Gucci. But just like I would wake up at like six. I'll wake up at 6, eat like a light breakfast, and then go work out from 6:30 to 8, and then I'll shower, go to school, and then I'll be in school the whole day, and then we'll have practice after school.
Yep.
And then we'll finish that, and then I think Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will do an extra workout with my dad after. So we'll do like running, and we'll do conditioning, just to just to push myself and know that, man, if I can do this, man, then when season comes around, I'll be fine for stamina wise, and that was a toll on my body. That was a lot. And then once I got to college, I would definitely say everything's more organized. So I kind of just toned it back some because I guess, how can I say this, like we don't do 6 a.m. workouts here. Like we lift at like 2 o'clock.
Oh.
Or we start practice at 2 and lift after.
Okay, so y'all lift after.
So everything's kind of more condensed in one time. So it's not throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
So that's why I just had to be more careful on my body. So I think we got here. It was kind of like a little lesson, not gonna lie, but the intensity is still there.
Yeah, I think because you stick with something long enough. It's kind of like experience. You don't need to do every little thing. But yeah, when you're younger, like in high school, I had the exact same schedule. I did extra training with my coach, and my high school was a little bit more intense. So I'll go at 5 a.m., train with my trainer. We have the gospel music playing at like 5 a.m. in the morning. We got it in. And then I would have a.m. practice when school starts. I'll be like 7 something. So I train with him, which would be like lifting, because in my high school we did lifting, but not really. Yeah. So I lifted with him because I knew how important that was to get stronger. And then I would go and do track practice where we ran. It depended on the day. We either did running or plyos. That was high school. And then, we got school, and then we had a track class. There was a whole track class as well. And that track class, you would go back and train there. And then it depended, like, what we were doing. Either it would be chill, but then when season kind of was getting close, we would actually work out during track class. So we kind of adjusted. I had, like, around 3 to 4 practices, like, in one day. And then some days I would go practice with my mom after. Again, trying to be the best real quick. So I had to get that in. So really, honestly, like if you really want to go D1 and you know your weaknesses, you know what you need to work on, it's very important to get those hours in. So that kind of just proves it. We was grinded in high school.
I was going through it in high school.
And now when it comes to college, again, everything is they already have a set schedule for us. Everything like makes sense when to do it. In high school, you kind of just doing stuff to do it, but it's all beneficial. But in college, there's a schedule. Have to be there a certain time. So I'll have lifts in the morning, and then we have practice in the afternoon, and then we either do like a core after or some type of yoga after, and they kind of just adjusted on that. And then it's more intense in weight room. So we do like a lift in weight room, and then we do like exercises like after, like with dumbbells or body weight lifts. So it's like 2 practices in one, and then we have afternoon practice. I like the schedule. So yeah, it's not bad. I'm home by 5. Yeah.
Yes.
You're home a little later, huh?
Yeah, I'm home at like 7.
Oh. Yeah, you're late. Okay. How did you reach out to coaches and deal with rejection if you encountered any? Okay. So dealing with the rejection, you have to remind yourself, this is what I had to do. I had to remind myself that this is a business, and recruiting, it's really fast. It seems you're in it for so long, but it goes actually very fast. And the same way you can tell these coaches, same way the coaches can tell you no, you can tell them no. Take the lead, like, in your recruiting process. And, if they don't want you, that's totally fine, because there's so many D1 programs out there, and you will definitely find the right one for you. So I just wouldn't dwell on just that one person telling you no. That's just life. There's a lot of rejection in life, and you just have to keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, for like rejection, you gotta know, like, it's probably not a good fit for you. Probably they have someone in your position, or they have like a different play style than how you do it. So you gotta think about, like, all right, I'm not a good fit for them. That's probably why they said no.
Yeah.
Now there's always a school for you,
Mm-hmm.
and that can maximize your abilities.
Yeah.
So that's how I would say it's like it's not you. You just don't know what the coach wants
Yeah.
for the team.
Yeah, like there's other factors to them also just not responding to. Like most of the time coaches are planning their future as well. Like sometimes they will leave a whole program. You wouldn't even know that. So if you don't hear anything from them, they probably have something going on behind the scenes that has nothing to do with you as a person. And if you already I mentioned this in my book as well, like self-evaluation. If you know you're doing the right things and you know you're a good candidate, you have a good GPA, you have good stats, and you know you're doing everything you can to be a D1 athlete, and just be comfortable in knowing that, like, okay, you know you're good enough to go to any D1 program. Yeah. So just stand on that. Stand on business. Okay. We're almost towards the end. Yeah, we are. Any advice for incoming freshmen adjusting to the higher level competition? I want you to take the wheel on this because you just got out your freshman year. So what are some things you learned, or how did you adjust, basically?
I would say, be okay with failure. Because, once you're in high school and you're the best on the team, you're all the way up there, you don't really fail. But then once you get to college, there's going to be better pitchers, there's going to be faster runners.
Yeah. And
just to know that, all right, it's like, all right, I know I just need to put in the work and I'll get there. But just know, be okay with failure. Like, all right, if I strike out, man, all right, cool. Learn from your mistakes, or learn from your failures, and then when the next time comes around, capitalize on that. So definitely just being okay with failure. Yeah. And one of my quotes is that if I'm gonna fail forward. So when I fail, keep going forward, keep going, because you grow as you go. Yeah, exactly.
So. That was great advice. Something I want to mention is my sister. She is a freshman right now. She's at Vanderbilt, and she's adjusting. And just reminding yourself that it's an adjustment, and there's gonna be times you learn some hard lessons, but it always gets better. And now she used to call me all the time, just panicking. And now it's like she's adjusting. She got some friends, she's learning how the track program works, and she's getting closer to her coaches. It all takes time. But something else I remind you guys is you got recruited by a D1 program. That means that they already knew you were great for, you're great. They recruited you for a reason. You have a purpose for being there. So I wouldn't dwell so much on, something I had to learn is don't dwell on so much, you're just a freshman. You're not just a freshman. You are a freshman at a D1 program. So I would say just maintain that confidence that you had in high school, bring it into college, and just learn as you go, but just know that you are going to have a chance where you need to grow, and that's totally fine, because it at the end of the tunnel, it works out perfectly. So that's some advice I want to give you guys. Don't dwell so much you're just a freshman. You are there for a reason, and you have things to accomplish there, so do that. Okay.
Oh, I did have a question for you, though.
Yeah, what's up?
It's so for track, you only get one shot, basically. And for baseball, we get 4 or 5. We get 4 or 5 tries at bats. But how do you focus and prepare for just that one race, that 10-second race? I feel like that's, for me, that's kind of stressful.
Yeah, the pressure of track and field, gosh, because it's all on you.
What's your mentality?
Yeah. So preparing for that one race, that's one opportunity. And before I race, I have a whole regimen. I may start a series on things I do before I run, but something I do because I can overthink, or I can get in my head a lot. And hurdling, you need to be so focused and so zoomed in on what you're doing and prepare your body and your mind. You're about to hurdle at full speed, and you need to try to get first. So I do a lot of mental practices. I'll have a gun go off. I'll practice, I'll watch races, and I'll have the headphones on, and I'll just watch them, and then when the gun goes, I'll boom. So I'm kind of ready. So my reaction is there. I like to close my eyes and visualize before I race. I try to do that as much as possible, and just try not to before a few hours before the race, I try not to focus on it, which is really hard. But I'll watch YouTube videos, listen to my favorite songs, watch some TikToks, do some TikToks. Calm the mind. And then something my coach actually told me, he was like, no one cares about track and field. People know baseball. When you think of sports, you think of a basketball immediately, or a football. No one's thinking about no track. And if you realize okay, why are you panicking over, obviously there's people out there. We got a little community. Track and field got their own community, and we all care. but no one else does. So why are you overthinking about? Obviously, it's a big race to you, which is so important, but you know, you don't need to go out there and overthink about it. You know, you go out there, you know, you run the sport, you've been doing it for enough time to be really good at it. There's no need to go out there. It's the same thing at practice. It's the same thing when you're out there. Okay, so all right, so that wraps up this Q&A. I really hope you guys enjoyed this style of video that I'm doing for the first time. And if you want more, let me know in the comments. And I actually enjoy doing this. I think you guys learn like a different side of me. And I'm here to help you guys. Like, my new thing is doing athlete helping other athletes. And I want to really start building on that. And I'm so glad you're here with me. You dropped some, you dropped some great gems, and it was great getting a different perspective, different sport. Thank you guys for coming, and subscribe. Also, make sure you guys follow Deamez on Instagram and TikTok. I'll have it linked down below. And guys, my goal is 10K. So tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.
Subscribe, so we can all
what do you call them? Do they have like a...
No, I don't. Should I make a name for you guys? I mean,
think you should.
My intro is approaching. I don't know, like my little... I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have a little name for the people that read my books over there. But I call you guys Future Doing Athletes. So whoever read my book, Future Doing Athletes, that's what you guys are. And then I'll figure out a name for my subscribers later. Okay. Bye. That was great.